Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I would like to ask you to imagine, picture a box in your head. Probably most of you thought about your last order that just arrived at your door, or a moving box, right? But through my son's eyes, this box, this ordinary box, became this cute robot, a Mother's Day's gift. Our kids, through their imagination and creativity, they remind us as adults of an important lesson. As we age, we often lose our natural urge to explore, right? But our kids also, with their vision and their endless curiosity, they remind us of an important lesson for business, an important truth. We must reclaim our entrepreneurial spirit to balance exploration and exploitation. But what is it about? So this guy with brown hair actually is me. I was at Stanford D School, with actually, by the way, is like an adult playground. And I was the first time I got in touch with the concept, with the idea of exploration and exploitation, which was introduced by James Smart in 1993. What is it about? Exploration relies on searching, experimenting, taking risks, being flexible, and innovating. And exploitation, on the other hand, is about refinement, production, efficiency, selection, implementation, and execution. But which one is better? Do you guys think there is one that is better than another? Which one is the best? There's not one single. The balance is key. But the problem is that most of the companies, and even us as professionals, sometimes we got stuck with exploitation, doing more of the same. So we choose, instead of exploring, we choose everything that we already know. The problem is we stop exploring, we lose the balance. And yet, in order to keep this balance between exploration and exploitation, this entrepreneurial, this explorer soul is key. Only 2% of the companies, they are able to manage this balance in a good way. I like this metaphor. So in his book, Newton Bonder, his book is Our Immoral Soul, he uses the metaphor about the body and the soul to explain the exploration-exploitation concept. So if you think the body is about know what we know, look for comfortable paths, seeking stability, seeking efficiency, right? And the soul relies on pushes boundaries, seeks new experiences, and embraces the unknown. But the body cannot live without the soul, and the soul cannot exist without the body. So keeping the balance between exploring and exploiting is essential. That's what is this metaphor about. But in 2020, at weme, weme is a digital product studio, a leading digital product studio in Latin America, which I had the privilege of being one of the co-founders. In 2020, we felt this firsthand. So confronted with all the adversity in March 2020, I know that many of you probably have gone through it. So after all the adversity, by that time, we felt that we were stuck in our body. If we wanted to respond, we needed to change. So we needed, by that time, to reignite our entrepreneurial soul, our explorer soul. Otherwise, we would not be able to respond, to adapt. That's what we did. So what we did, first of all, we realigned all our strategies in different time frames. We only got, by that time, just action in short terms, goals at short terms. So we separate different time frames, short term, medium term, long terms, and not just in terms of goals, but also in terms of actions. Second thing, we designated different teams to explore new horizons. So different teams exploring different time frames. And most of all, to keep this balance between exploration and exploitation, we adopt a systematic exploration and hands-on experience. What does it mean? Building, crafting from the beginning, not just a vision, not just a goal, but actually trying to build everything, even the things that we are imagining for the long term. In the end, the exploitation and exploration concept, all this strategy, we reinvented weme. So we used to be a design studio, and we went to a holistic product studio. We have many failures in our projects, but with our failures, we learned a lot. And by that learning, we could reimagine our core business. We got a broader vision of our horizons, of our opportunities. But we also had many successful stories. One of them, Bud, is our flagship SaaS software, our first product. So Bud, today, we have more than 500 users, 5,000 users in 15 different customers. So a service company creating the first digital product. But also, moreover, we could help now, we have been helping more than 200 companies to also reignite their explorer and entrepreneurial soul. This entrepreneurial spirit come back. We have many successful stories. We have downfalls with the ones that just exploit, like, for example, Kodak, Blockbusters, and many others. But we have great examples from companies that were able to reignite their entrepreneurial soul. For example, you have Nespresso and Nestlé. You have Amazon and AWS, more well-known cases. But we also have, within weme, with our clients, many cases like WestRock and Pacify, BTG and BTG+, a Brazilian bank. We also have Bayer and Orbia. And even here at Web Summit, at Embraer, you have the case of Embraer and Eve. So we have many successful stories from companies that are managing, explore, and exploit in a good way. The strategy, what is it about? The strategy is to continue exploring new avenues while leveraging your success, all your strengths. This strategy is called corporate venture building. And corporate venture building has emerged as a key strategy to reignite your explorer and entrepreneurial soul. What is it about? Is it about creating new business within an established company? So we have a company, and you start creating new business within, using your assets like, for example, markets, knowledge, customers, and so on. So you leverage your assets, but creating new business. In a recent survey with 800 executives, 52% of those executives, they pointed that creating a new business is crucial to sustainable growth. So they call this new era of innovation. So it's about, again, leveraging your assets to create a new business. For what? To gain new markets, to meet new customer expectations, to avoid disruption from other players. So it's a key strategy. Corporate venture building is a key strategy. This concept of entrepreneurial spirit and exploration and exploitation is more than a theory for us at weme. It's a call to action. It challenges every day to keep this balance between, because it never ends. We are always trying to balance explore and exploit. And we use corporate venture building, and our stories and many other stories highlights the profound impact that we have if we use corporate venture building in order to balance exploration and exploitation. And if you aim to ignite your entrepreneurial explorer soul, I would like to share with 3 main lessons that we have learned along our journey. First of all, think and act in different time scales. So don't think just in terms of short-term goals or short-term projects, but also medium-term and long-term. And do all of them at the same time. I'm not talking about prioritizing each one. No, you should be trying to craft and build something for short term, but also for long-term goals. Second, it's really hard to create something that's completely new and far from what you already have. So try to leverage your resources. It could be a technology, a market, some clients. So try to leverage, because if you try to do something that's too far, usually the core business just kill your initiatives. And the third one is hire good people. Seems like simple, but I'm not talking about talented people just. I'm talking about hiring people that have also this entrepreneurial vision. And I'm not talking just about startups and new business. I'm talking an entrepreneurial vision within established companies. We strongly believe that in every box lies a potential for a robot. So a chance to nourish our entrepreneurial explorer soul. So I invite you to be part of 2% Visionary, not just changing our companies, but shaping the future of our companies to be ready to sustainable growth. Thank you really much.